This is the attic video, and we're going to get, there's two entrances to the attic, and we're going to try and include this into one shot deal. Try to do this. This is the clothes dryer vent here. It goes outside the north exterior wall. That's a pretty long run with a 45 going down, with a 90, with a 45, another 45. That's a pretty long clothes dryer run there. I would be suspicious of that. You're going to clean the clothes dryer. You are going to clean the clothes dryer before you take possession of this house. That's for sure. And every 6 months afterwards, right? Right? Yes, I didn't hear you. Okay. All right. So we're up here in the attic. It's interesting. These are slats. All right. This means one time this was a wood shingle roof. All right. Well, these are the shingles. They just dropped them right on top of the insulation. What happens is minerals, okay? Minerals are conductive. Minerals, metal is minerals. And you got all this dirt and all this dust and all these minerals, okay? That's circumventing, that's short-circuiting the attic insulation. And then all this combustible wood, it's just waiting there to burn. It has nothing left to do but burn, but to oxidize. Its life is complete. It's time. All this should be vacuumed out. You got two different layers. I can say there's some pink in there. There's no depth markers. Why is all that mineral in here? I don't know. We got soffit vents. See those little lights right there? Soffit vents. See soffit vent baffles that would have the air go up over the insulation? No. There's no baffles. They're just like, that's all dirt. That's all just wrecking your insulation is what it's doing. So, I mean, really, it's time. Kind of like the windows. It's time. This should be vacuumed out and replaced. The ventilation should be improved, and the insulation should be removed and improved to meet current standards. And this house would be a lot more energy efficient for you. It'd be a lot more comfortable for you. You wouldn't feel like you're camping. You feel like you actually lived in a home, like civilized people. So now, these purlins are undersized, and about any home inspector is going to tell you that. It's the way the house was built, performance-based. I know they're undersized. I know it's wrong, but they're undersized. These purlin struts, if these are undersized, so are the struts, and any strut more than 6 feet should have a stiffener on it. In 1980, it didn't happen. It didn't happen in 1980. It's going to make the report, but I'm not going to concentrate as much on the fact that your purlins are undersized as I am going to be on some other things. And another interesting thing here is see all this beautiful silver paint? Somebody got ripped off, man. You got ripped off at the state fair. Whatever, gypsies, so just some silver paint. They said there's going to be radiant paint. Alright, space age crystals. It doesn't have enough emulsification. You do not get, it's the same benefit as if it would have been painted white. So my client's going to get some benefit from it, but for whoever paid for that, my heart goes out to you that you got taken like that. Now the good news is that when the roof covering was replaced a few years back, they put a radiant paneling on that. That radiant backing, that works. That works. So you got radiant paneling and you got some paint, so the attic's okay. Get the ventilation fixed, get the insulation fixed, you're going to be in good shape. Be in good shape. It should be a very comfortable house. Get the windows fixed. That even work better. I'll move on through here. I can jump around a little bit. This door has a lock on it. So whoever has this room, you need their text number. Because a thermostat is a dumb animal. All it knows is what you tell it to do. Alright? So if you put it on 50, it may never get to 50, but it'll never turn off until it gets to 50 or 150. It just does what you tell it to do. So if you think 73 is good, you turn it on here, and you close this door, this thermostat will turn on and off at 73, and you'll be very comfortable. And these people out here, it might be 90 degrees or 50 degrees out here. They'll be knocking on your door and stuff, going, hey, we're burning up out here. Whatever. That's why the thermostats should be in the common areas. I understand the hall's kind of narrow. I understand it's ugly. It's not exactly art. You know, I understand why you want it to be in here, but it's not supposed to be in here. And it happens. Mine's in my bedroom. Okay. But my house isn't for sale. You shouldn't have to live like me. Now we come over here. This is a little different. See this bad insulation, unlike the other bad insulation? See how it's nice and soft right there? This is called a vapor barrier. In the other attic, the vapor barrier was next to the living space. Think about that for a moment. Any water that gets hidden inside this insulation is going to be held next to the living space. In the other attic, the vapor barrier was next to the living space, so any water that was in the insulation was in the poorly ventilated attic, and as the attic was ventilated, then it would evaporate and it would go out into the atmosphere, and you wouldn't have mold and stuff on your house. But this insulation right here, see, it should look like this. This was done right. This was done right. This was done wrong. This was done right. This was done wrong. That's the way it works. We're missing some altogether right there. And it's just the second verse, same as the first. White insulation too close to the can lights. We got dirt and stuff in there, debris. You know, it's all the same thing. But I didn't mention this. And I think the other one is a better example. Unfortunately, I'm not going to back up. But that's not level, is it? You see all the little lines running through there? I'm going to go to the other one, so I'm not making stuff up. But look at all that little pillowing effect over there. Do you think people made those trails? I don't think people made those trails. Let's look at this one. You think people made those trails? No, I do. I think people made that trail. That's a trail what people makes. Now look over there. Look over the garage. Look at all those little pillows. Looks like cumulus clouds. People didn't make those trails. Mice made those trails.